What's up, Thrashers, and welcome back once again to the Thrash Maniac 99 YouTube channel, and I am back with a new episode of Under the Radar, where this week, taking a look at 3 other albums that came out on May 10th. And we're going to kick things off with Illusion of Fate with Portal to Kerr. So this is an independent release, and this is a Wisconsin-based atmospheric blackened death metal band. So when I saw that this band was described as atmospheric blackened death metal, I was like, you know what, I'm curious to hear what this is all about. What do you get on this album? Lots of dark ambient moments with some piano and orchestral moments. You get lots of melodic death metal touches on here, but plenty of black metal and even some old school death metal moments that pop up here and there. You get plenty of blast beats, tremolo riffs, whether they be in the death metal style or black metal style. Little hints of groove, some death metal chugging. There's some cool lead work, whether it be shred-tastic or melodic. Although I will say, there's a lot of, too sharp of transitions on here, even some weird electronic moments here and there, and it just kind of took me out of this album. Plus, this album is about 50 minutes, so this one, man, they're trying to go for a lot of songs in that amount of time, and honestly, there was a few tracks that were more like intros or interludes that could have been cut, and they also could have trimmed the fat on this. But I understand this is a relatively new band, still trying to find their way. But if you like parts from bands like, I would say, Behemoth, Necrophobic, Sulphur Aeon, and maybe even Hate Eternal, check this out. You might find some moments on here you'll like. I thought it was solid for what it was. I'll give it a 3 out of 5. I thought it was a pretty solid album. But now on to the next album, and actually these next two are kind of close, as they're both crossover thrash bands, but we're going to start with Take Offense with T.O.Tality, or is it spelled as T.O.Tality? Whatever. But yeah, this is a California-based crossover thrash band, and, well, yeah, this one definitely goes for a more heavier side of crossover thrash, I must say. Kind of like mixing the LA or Venice Beach skate punk side of crossover thrash, namely bands like a.k.a. and Suicidal Tendencies, and mix it with some New York hardcore / crossover bands, so Cro-Mags, but also some Anthrax thrown into the mix. But yeah, you get some awesome thrash gallops. When it gets really fast, it's almost German thrash levels of speed. Some cool tremolo riffs to really ramp up the aggression. Hardcore grooves, lots of punky fury. But the guitar tone, like I said on this, is quite heavy. It's very thick and chunky sounding. Some occasional funky bass, some clean guitars. There's even little nods to speed metal, and of course lead work, shred-tastic, and the production itself is pretty solid. Don't really have too much to complain about this album other than the fact that maybe some songs kind of run together and kind of follow the same patterns. But if you are a fan of, like I said, Anthrax, Cro-Mags, a.k.a. and Nuclear Assault, or not Nuclear Assault, Suicidal Tendencies, check this out. I'm going to give this 3.5. I thought this was a pretty solid one, too. But that leaves us with one left, and that is one I was looking forward to the most out of 3, Belushi Speedball with Stellkira. So this is another independent release, and this is a Louisville, Kentucky-based crossover thrash band, and I first heard about these guys courtesy of Thralls of Metal when they went to Full Terror Assault and saw them play, and I'm like, whenever I hear this band put out a new album, I need to hear it. And I was not prepared for the comedy I was about to ensue, but musically, it's very punky in its energy, but you get great thrash riffs, some hardcore elements. I like the grittier guitar tone. It's not as heavy as the Take Offense album, but there is a gritty guitar tone. There's even a song on here that has blast beats, some awesome shredding solos, catchy choruses that just want to make you laugh, awesome drum work, some awesome speed metal, hardcore D beats. I also like, wow, my voice decided to die there. Also some cool skits on here, some nice breakdowns. There's even one song where they kind of get almost death metal with dissonant riffs and death growls or guttural vocals. And even the closing track, it's a big rap parody. So yeah, they're just having a good time on here. So for that, if you are a fan of, I would say, DRI, Gamma Bomb, Lich King, but most especially Municipal Waste, check this out. I'm also giving this 3.5. I thought this was probably the best out of the three. This was actually really good, entertaining stuff. After all, they have a song called The Hash Slinging Slasher. What better, what more can you do? But anyways, those are just my opinions. What did you guys think? Of course, links to the albums in the description. Thank you for watching. Like, comment, share, subscribe, all that stuff. Keep your horns high and your dreams wet.